Welcome to My Life and Coasters, where today I'm here at Walibi Holland for my first ever visit. Now this park seems to be absolutely huge. There's 10 roller coasters here. Most of them are pretty big thrill coasters. There's some really big bucket list rides here, like Untamed, the RMC. I've never done an RMC, so yeah, I can't wait to get into Walibi Holland. Here just after park opening, about 10:30. So yeah, without further ado, let's get inside. Here we are into Walibi Holland for the first time. I assume we walk through here where it says shop, food and drinks, and that'll take us into the main part of the park. Wow, it looks like they've definitely got a big wheel here. It's massive. I assume it's actually included with admission there. But yeah, it's certainly bigger than most big wheels, I think. It's got a lot of gondolas on it. Right, I don't know where we're going to go to first. Probably something like Untamed or Lost Gravity. We've got a standard layout SLC over there. That is Condor. Yeah, that's certainly not on my priorities list for now, but going to head over to YOY, I think, to start the day. First impressions on this park, it's quite a well-presented sort of amusement park, because there's not loads of theming, to be honest, but yeah, I'm excited to go over and see YOY. You've got Space Shot, I think it is called here. I'll probably give that a go later if it's quiet. This is Goliath then, which is an Intamin mega coaster, I think, but we're going to turn down here to YOY, which is the new 2025 dueling single rail coasters. Another one made by RMC. Yeah, down here at YOY then, it's going to be my first single rail coaster and my first RMC, although there is an RMC hybrid to try. And they're both working as well. The sign did just say that YOY Thrill was closed, but yeah, let's go on to YOY for the first ever time. I think it's actually pronounced Joy. Here we go, round to the entrance to YOY. Yeah, they're both open, which is good. And I think it's going to be fairly quiet. So I've just ridden YOY for the first ever time. I did the thrill side, which is the green one. That's the one that's got lots of inversions. Yeah, I really enjoyed that actually. I thought it was really good. I was expecting it to be really rough and stuff from stuff I'd seen online. So my hopes were already quite low for it. But yeah, I really had expectations exceeded with YOY. I think it's a really fun ride. There's some good airtime, there's some good inversions. Don't get me wrong, it's not the most comfortable ride, to be honest. At points of there, yeah, like you do move about a lot. It's got a bit of a rattle, but yeah, honestly, YOY was pretty good. I'll do YOY Chill a bit later. YOY Chill is the blue side there, so that's more airtime focused. Yeah, the green side's YOY Thrill, and that is pretty much inversion focused. Yeah, the interaction was also really good on there. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, other than like being bumped about a few times, nothing too bad. Like, it didn't really take away from the ride at all. Yeah, really enjoyed that. I thought that was definitely a really fun coaster. I can't wait to try the blue side in a bit. Yeah, gonna leave this area now because basically I think it opened late, then everyone's come to it now, so it's got a bit of a queue at the minute. But I only had to wait like 5-10 minutes. Yeah, I think I've done really well with picking the days actually. I got an offer on tickets, so it was buy one get one free. The park's open 2 hours later than normal, I think, tonight. It's open till 7. And it's actually really quiet. My sort of thinking was it's the Dutch Grand Prix today, so I thought a lot of people might be watching that. And I think it might have paid off because the time, it's 11:30, So the park's been open a while, and it's really not that busy at all for a Sunday in August. Yeah, I also really like how like twisted and compact it is. There's just always a train going around as well, because it's got a constant moving station. I'll try and get you some footage of that in a bit, but I just put my phone in the locker there before you get into the station. Yeah, YOY, I'll come back later and probably get a good few rides if I can, because yeah, I really enjoyed that actually. Yeah, that's Condor. You can't get to it from this side, you have to walk around. But this is also Eat My Dust, which is a relatively new coaster. I think it opened a couple of years ago. Just a little family one, more for the kids, but I'll definitely give this a go later. It's not got much of a queue, and it is a coaster credit, of course. Next, it's going to be round to Untamed, the RMC hybrid coaster, which is definitely the ride I'm looking forward to most at this park. Yeah, it's been on my list for a long time, it's Untamed. Yeah, and I've never even done a RMC hybrid, so yeah, really excited for this. Let's go on Untamed for the first ever time. It's got a bit of a queue, but I don't think this will take too long. Ridden Untamed for the first ever time. Now unfortunately it did break down, and it has been on one train, so it took a really long time to get on there in the end. It ended up taking nearly an hour, and the queue wasn't even that long. Like, I feel like the queue should have been like 15-20 minutes, but because of one train and then it broke down, yeah, it took quite a while. But I did really enjoy Untamed. I thought it was a really good ride. Yeah, it was well worth doing, lived up to expectations, lots of airtime, a lot of stuff I didn't expect there. It's very smooth, very comfortable. Yeah, I just want some more rides in it really, but unfortunately it's got quite a long queue at the moment. I think I'm going to do single rider on Space Shop, because yeah, it's got one. And normally these space towers, yeah, well, I have to normally wait a long time for them, so it's got a single rider. I don't think it'll take too long, so I might jump on Space Shop. Yeah, such a shame though about Untamed running the one train. I wish it was running two, so I could get a few rides on there. I might queue up again for it later, or buy fast track, something like that. Yeah, let's go and do Space Shop. Space Shop was well worth doing there. I didn't really have to wait for it. I got on the next ride. Yeah, they can normally get 2 or 3 single riders on there, because it's only 3 seats per bit, as you can see. So yeah, it was worth going on. It took like 5 minutes and I got a really good view. Good force and airtime on there. Gonna head down towards Goliath and Eat My Dust, I think now. And I'll probably go and do the other side on YOY, or Joy. Right, now it's on to Eat My Dust, which is just a little family coaster, but yeah, it's quite new, and it's got some cool looking cars that I'll show you in a second. So this is going to be Eat My Dust. Look at the cool dune buggies for cars on there, and I really like the big W as the entrance. Oh my god, there really is no one going on it. Yeah, it's really quiet. I'll see you when I come off of Eat My Dust. I don't know why I'm whispering, just because it's so quiet. There's a bit of a delay, just thanks to the ride operator waiting for a call, so yeah, I'll come back in a bit to Eat My Dust. and I don't think it's going to be busy at all, so yeah, I'll just come and do this later. I think it's going to be on to Goliath next, the Intamin mega coaster. So this is Goliath now, an Intamin mega coaster. So let's head into the entrance. I'm not sure how long the queue is, I think it's this side. To Goliath. I'll see if I can get some off-ride from the queue. Yeah, it's very American styled though, with the big cattle pens along here. Goliath. Wow, I've just done Goliath then. I ended up joining the main queue, but I switched to single rider because it was a lot shorter and it's only running one train, which seems to be a bit of a running theme. I hope that doesn't happen on YOY because that queue will be really, really slow. Yeah, Goliath, I did it in the middle of a train and I really enjoyed it. The airtime was amazing. It's very smooth, good forces. I thought that was actually really good. I had lower expectations for that one, and yeah, really exceeded them. I thought that was honestly, I preferred that to YOY, I think. Not quite to Untamed. Untamed is very top level, definitely in my top 5 coasters, I think. But yeah, Goliath, a really good roller coaster. Really enjoyed that. I'm definitely coming back for a ride later. Hopefully I can get nearer the back and then maybe try the front as well on there. As long as it stays semi-quiet in single rider or main queue. Yeah, I'll get you some off-ride footage now. Yeah, so if you want an update on the queue, from that point over there, it's 60 minutes on one train. It's on one train, so it's probably 45 minutes. Single rider, 5 to 10 minutes. Not too bad at all. There was only 5 people in front of us. So yeah, I really enjoyed Goliath. I can't actually go over how good that was. I was expecting that to be just a bit of a meh ride, bit of a monorail really, because it's quite an older ride. But yeah, no, it was actually a really forceful, fun layout. Back over here to do the blue side of YOY then, which is YOY Chill. So this one doesn't have any inversions, but yeah, we'll give that a go, and I might even do the thrill side again for a bit of a re-ride. For some reason YOY's actually really quiet today, or Joy. Yeah, I mean the single rider queue, I bet there's no one even in it. And it's only Joy Thrill that's even got a queue. This one I think is going to be walk on. Oh, for this one then we go under the station. That makes more sense actually. So that was YOY Chill then. Oh, I'm not sure why that's going without the chill side. But anyway, yeah, I quite enjoyed that. It wasn't quite as good as the thrill side. I had seen some things about having good airtime. It did, but honestly, I think the thrill side had just as good airtime. Yeah, that first drop is really good, especially if you're towards the back. Oh, so that one slows down and lets that one catch up. So that is quite a clever idea. I think we'll do the YOY Thrill now. We're going to go for single rider on YOY Thrill just to see how it goes. I'm hoping it'll be a pretty much walk on, although it's not really a queue for YOY anyway. That was a bit weird, it just stopped there, but I've just joined the single rider queue, so yeah, I think it's open and working now. Let's go on to YOY, or Joy. I've got to stop calling it YOY, but that's just how I read it. Yeah, you secure all your stuff in these lockers, just like that, before you enter the station. I've done YOY Thrill for a second time, or Joy Thrill, I've really got to start calling it that. But yeah, single rider, I've figured out, it's basically a back row guarantee, because they just fill it up as much as they can, and then if there's any seats left, you'll go on the back. So that's a back row guarantee, so I've done it at the back row now, and yeah, it was really good. I've really enjoyed that. It's a bit rattly and uncomfortable, it sort of bends your hip the wrong way, which can be a bit unpleasant. But yeah, I really enjoyed that actually. And honestly, I've got to have some more rides on Untamed. It feels pretty similar to Untamed for me at the moment. But yeah, I definitely want to try Untamed again a bit later. Into the playground area next, which has the park's Vekoma boomerang called Speed of Sound. So yeah, quite excited to give this one a go. It's a fairly common ride, there's a lot of the same layout, but I think this one's got some quite good theming. Yeah, Speed of Sound was pretty fun actually. The theming inside the tunnel, which is just loads of lights synced up to audio. Yeah, unfortunately the lights weren't on, but the audio was. And yeah, I enjoyed that, it was quite good. It was pretty comfortable, it's got vest restraints on there, so instead of the bulky over the shoulder ones that you used to have. So yeah, it was pretty comfortable actually, enjoyed that, worth going on. Obviously it's a fairly common ride layout. There's quite a lot of these about. We've got Wipeout at Pleasurewood Hills in the UK. And yeah, I think Walibi Belgium's got one as well, so going to head over to Express Platform 13. Yeah, so this is Express Platform 13. I think it probably just used to be called Express. Then they gave it a bit of an overlay. Yeah, I think it's advertised at 30 minutes, the key time. Going to come back later to that because, yeah, basically they've got these boards around that say how long it is from this point. If it was on one train, it'd be 90 minutes. And if it was on 2, it would have been 45. So yeah, I'll come back later to Express. Because Express Platform 13 is so busy, gonna go to what I'd call the final sort of good big coaster from what I've looked at anyway. Obviously I've not done them all yet. Yeah, that's Lost Gravity in the 0 zone. Around here and to Lost Gravity, the park's Mack rides Big Dipper coaster. I think it's going to have some pretty weird theming as well, like most of the park to be honest. Let's go and join the queue for Lost Gravity. Yeah, this is Lost Gravity. You can't really see it from anywhere else in the park, so it sort of just takes you by surprise. Yeah, it's a bit bigger than I thought it would be. Yeah, going to do single rider on Lost Gravity. I think it's going to be a lot quicker than going in the main queue. It says 35 for main queue. So I'll see you when I come off of Lost Gravity. So I've just ridden the front row inside seat on Lost Gravity. Did single ride it, took like 5-10 minutes. Really, really good there. Quite enjoyed that. I was expecting it to be rough for some reason because I've heard it's not had the best reviews. Yeah, it wasn't really rough. Those Mack restraints, they're very comfortable. The only thing I will say, it didn't do anything too spectacular. A couple of moments of airtime. Really fun drop. Yeah, just an all-round good coaster, which is what this park does a lot. You've got a log flume over here, but I think I want to get most of the coasters done before I go and do things like log flumes. There's a couple of flat rides I wouldn't mind doing as well. But yeah, Lost Gravity, that was pretty good. I might come back over and have a bit of a re-ride later. Right, so it's on to Condor next, the park's SLC. I'm hoping this one's got newer trains, so it's a bit more comfortable. But yeah, going to give it a go. Here's a coaster credit anyway. Condor, I think this was actually one of the original SLCs. Oh, 50 minutes I waited for that. And then I got to the station, waited at the front, the very next people we would have been to get on or get batched into the air gates. Yeah, and it had a problem with the restraints. That took about 20 minutes to resolve the issue. Well, I say resolve the issue, they haven't resolved the issue. It took about 20 minutes until I gave up. And yeah, I didn't ride Condor, but I have spent an hour of my day queuing for that. So these things do happen with rides. Unfortunately, there's been quite a lot of maintenance issues on some of the rides today, but it's nowhere near as bad as what we have back in the UK. Yeah, more than some other European parks. But I'm not sure where I'm going to head to next. I think it will probably be to Express Platform 13. Right, let's try again with Express Platform 13. It does say 5 minutes on the app, so hopefully it will be 5 minutes. Really well themed queue line. Yeah, it's very well themed in here. I'll see you when I come off of Express Platform 13. So I've just ridden Express Platform 13 then. Yeah, that was pretty good. I really like the queue line. I had to show you a little bit of in there. I didn't film the full thing, but yeah, I really enjoyed that in the end. It's a launch coaster, if you didn't know. Starts out indoor for the queue line station and the first turn. Launch outside, which is really impressive. You just go out into the daylight. It's a bit bright to start with. You've got 3 inversions on that ride. Don't get me wrong, it's a bit bumpy. Yeah, I think it's quite an old ride. It was still enjoyable. I did like Express Platform 13. It was very intense actually. Back at Condor, gonna do single rider now because yeah, I'm not waiting from there again. Hopefully it won't break down this time. Yeah, scrap that. I thought it would be better with the vest restraints it's got on there, newer trains. Somehow it was worse. I can't imagine what that would have been like before it got the vests. It was so much like back and forward, it hurt your back, hurt your legs, it did everything else. Yeah, honestly, I think Infusion is actually better than that, even though that's got the full over-the-shoulder restraints. Yeah, Condor, I've done it once and I won't do it again. From a very bad ride to a very good ride now, Untamed, and it's back on 2 trains, which is really good. Because I wouldn't want to wait for it on 1 train, so yeah, I might actually be able to get a couple of rides now. Yeah, the queue is moving a lot quicker with Untamed being on 2 trains currently. Yeah, gonna queue for the front row. Wow, Untamed was really good though. I actually did it on the front row. Yeah, it's definitely a top 5 coaster for me and by far the best at this park. Yeah, that was the second ride on Untamed. It took about 20-25 minutes all the way from where we waited earlier and it was an hour. So yeah, I'll definitely try and get another ride or 2 on there later. Really good ride Untamed. Yeah, so there's this really cool looking castle. I'm not actually sure what it is. But I think it's a dark ride, so I'm going to have a look at doing this quickly. It says it's on 5 minutes on the app. After a quick Google, I found out it's a Vekoma Madhouse, but yeah, I'll give it a go. The theming on Express Platform 13 was really good, so I imagine it'll be the same case here. There wasn't really a big queue, but then I did think stuff like The Haunting at Drayton Manor, which is the same type of ride, runs on 15-minute intervals. Now obviously, I don't speak Dutch, so if it says something like that on a sign, I'm not going to know. Now, a lot of the signs have actually been really good, and they do say Dutch, English, and sometimes even German. But yeah, it's a madhouse. I'm going to leave it. I've got about an hour and 35 minutes until the end of the day. There's still 2 new coaster credits for me to get, and I want to get some more rides on Untamed. I want to do Goliath again, maybe even Lost Gravity if it's not got a big queue. I might just jump in single rider on that one. So yeah, there's still a lot for me to do, so I'm not going to do the madhouse. Although, outside it does look really cool. They've got a bit of an obsession here with coloured paint here at Walibi Holland, but yeah, I quite like it. It's a very unique park, I'm not going to lie. So there's a kiddie coaster actually behind Lost Gravity, or like a family coaster. So I'm going to go and get that coaster credit, and I might have another ride on Lost Gravity, like I said there. Yeah, just walking up to Crazy River, then the log flume, that's also down here. It was stopped a second ago, so I don't know if it's going to be open, but yeah, if it is, I'll head on here. Can't imagine anyone's going on it. It's quite a cool evening. Yeah, I feel like this bit of the park's quite tucked away because there's this sort of rivery thing. Lost Gravity, this, and the family coaster I was talking about, they're all down their own sort of end of the park. I like that sign. Log flume was actually pretty good. Yeah, don't miss log flumes when you come to these different parks. Normally I think, oh, it's just a log flume, but yeah, I don't know why, because I always really enjoy the log flumes. Yeah, got a bit wet on there, but not too bad to be fair. It's more in my face than anywhere else. Back over here by Lost Gravity now, it's literally right by the log flume. Yeah, I don't quite know if this is going to be open actually. It doesn't look very open. I hope it is because I do want the credit, but it's not the end of the world. It looks like a fairly common layout. I know. Might actually be open. There's staff in the station. Oh yeah, and it's going round. Perfect. Draco? Straight up into the station. Yeah, I'll probably even get on the front row or the back row. I'm not sure what one I'll pick. No one else joins the queue though. I'm going to have a whole train to myself. Yeah, it does feel very much like a thrill park here at Walibi though. I'll see you when I get off of, was it Drakon? Not Drakon, that's at Portland Park. Tomahawk there, seems to be like an old frisbee ride, and I think I'm going to give it a go because the one at Flambard that used to be there has been removed now, so I'm going to jump on here because it doesn't look like it's got a queue. 2 rides on Tomahawk there. Yeah, it was quite good. I didn't intend to have 2 rides, but yeah, the people on the ride wanted to go again, and the guy said yes, and I wasn't going to like make them stop it and undo the restraints. I didn't mind going again, to be honest. It wasn't the most exciting thing, but it was quite spinny, made me a little bit dizzy, and now I'm going to head over to the other side of the park, I think, to eat my dust, because I've only got an hour left of the day. Still got that coaster to do, and there's quite a few re-rides I want to get around. Yeah, it looks like the weather's started to come in a little bit. Going on single rider though for YOY on the thrill side. Yeah, this will mean I'll have had 3 rides on this today, which I'm pretty happy with. Thrilled and yeah, for a 3rd ride of the day. I really do enjoy that. It's nowhere near as good as Untamed for me, but it's still very fun, airtime, inversion-filled ride. I think the main thing that takes away from it is just how shaky it is. There's so much shaking, rattling, and there's like a weird thing where your legs are sort of sat side to side. It's quite uncomfortable, but it is a really fun layout and an enjoyable ride still. And the dueling aspect makes it so much fun. Really do enjoy YOY, despite it being a little bit rough. And if we're talking about from off-ride, I have to say YOY would be one of the best roller coasters in the world for watching off-ride. Yeah, it looks amazing. The blue and green works so well actually, I really do like it. I think it's it's a stylisation rather than a theme, but I still think it works really, really well. I'm going to be heading on to Goliath shortly, but yeah, back onto YOY. It does look really, really good, and I could stand here all day and watch it. It really is a reason to come to this park. This, Untamed, Goliath, Lost Gravity, it does actually make a really solid lineup for a park. It's got standouts with like Untamed. I'd say this is a pretty big standout. And then you've got great supporting rides like Goliath and Lost Gravity. And then even on from that, you've got thrill rides like Express 13. It is a very good park here, I do have to say. Some of the theming is a little bit wacky and a little bit bizarre. But yeah, I still really, really like YOY and the rest of Walibi Holland. I'm hoping, this might be a little bit ambitious, in the next 40 minutes I'm going to have time to do Goliath, eat my dust, and then join the queue for Untamed. Yeah, let's go on Eat My Dust. I've literally just ran here from YOY just to save a little bit of time. Eat My Dust then, yeah, it's a relatively new family coaster. I think it's the same type as Dino Dash at Emerald Park. And yeah, it was quite fun. It's a very family orientated ride. Yeah, there's not much thrill in it. It's got a fun little S-bend, a helix, and you're basically back into the station. Great one for the kids. It's a coaster credit for me, I enjoyed it. Gonna go on to Goliath, and then Untamed. I've got 25 minutes until the park shuts. I'm a little bit concerned, but I think I'm gonna have enough time to do Goliath, then run to Untamed, hopefully. We'll have to see how this works out. Goliath then. Says the queue is 10 minutes, I might do single rider. I don't know. Single rider's been a lifesaver today. So, I have my ride on Goliath there, and I've got 10 minutes until the park's scheduled to close. So, I'm making my way over to Untamed. I ran the first little bit, realised I should be alright for time. So yeah, now I'm walking. That's why I'm a bit out of breath. Yeah, good ride on Goliath actually. It's a bit more enjoyable than earlier, because earlier the seatbelt was really digging into me, just because of where it was on the restraint. But yeah, that was a lot more enjoyable. It was nearer the back, I think it was maybe row 14. Is it row 14? I can't quite remember. Maybe row 11. But yeah, I'm going on to Untamed now. 5 minutes to spare, and here we are at Untamed. Let's join the queue. Yeah, looks like it's going to be last train of the day, and probably a pretty empty one at that. On the back row of Untamed. Yeah, so that was a pretty much empty last train of the day on Untamed. We were sat on the back, and until like row 3, so right near the front, there was no one sat. So that was really, really good. The airtime was amazing. That first drop was great. Yeah, I think the back row and the front row, they're two very good places to ride Untamed. But yeah, I've had a very good day, some very good rides on Untamed. And yeah, that's going to wrap up my day here at Walibi Holland. There's still a shop, so I'm excited to go and check that out. But yeah, Untamed, definitely my highlight of the day. Highlight of this trip so far for me is doing Untamed. It's in my top 5 coasters of all time. I really, really do like it. So yeah, that's going to wrap up me doing rides today. Going to have a look in the shop if it's open on the way out, have a look at some of the merch here. And then, yeah, that will be it for the video. Let's head into the shop now, see what merch they've got. Oh, this is a cool t-shirt. It's got the ride layouts from most of the coasters. That's pretty cool. Untamed, I like that, it's very simple. $24.95, that's not a bad price actually. Also in the shop we've got this Untamed sweater, which is pretty cool. Untamed, that is Rocky Mountain Construction, that's a proper enthusiast t-shirt there. What we got over here? That's cool, they've got POVs playing. There's footballs. Condor shorts is that? I mean, I wouldn't buy anything from Condor because it's an awful ride. Lost Gravity. Oh, we've got magnets. These mugs are quite cool. €12.50. It's not too bad. Yeah, I do really like this t-shirt actually. Oh, these are quite bright, but still pretty cool, and they do that same thing with the layouts in hoodie form. I assume it's going to be like €25 for all the t-shirts. Untamed. I'll have a look over there in a second. We'll go over to YOY because that's the new ride. Ride the other side. Yeah, 24. Yeah, it's €25 for all of the t-shirts, I think. Get some stickers. Which are these? $3.95. Might pick that up actually. Get some hoodies and stuff for YOY. This is Untamed. Oh, we've got the Untamed caps. Oh, that's got like a really weird effect there. What do they charge for a cap? Oh, yeah, €25. A little bit on the higher side for what I'm used to with stuff like that, but not too bad. Then stuff like the t-shirts is less. So some magnets. Oh, Untamed magnet. Yeah, I'll pick one of those up. Keychains. Snow globes. There is all sorts actually. The merch is pretty good. I don't think they do these in adult sizes, but they do flip-flops. That's quite cool. We've got the Walibi magnets. Oh, stuff for your dog, that's quite cute. I don't know if dogs are allowed in here. Skyline magnet XL. That is really nice. $9.95 there. Oh, these bags. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh, €15, quite steep for a drawstring though. $6.95 for this. It's a bit of a different sort of drawstring. Oh, these are... they certainly shout at you a bit. Just with the Wallaby design there. Right, I might pick something up. I'll have a bit of a walk around. So that is going to wrap up my day at Walibi Holland. I've actually had a really, really good day. I wasn't sure what I was going to think of this park. I've heard some really mixed opinions about it. And yes, they are very valid points with some of the theming and stuff at this park. But yeah, overall I've had a good day. Some negatives would be a lot of the rides that have been running on one train. If they'd been running on two, they wouldn't have had much of a queue at all. But they've had like 30-minute queues because they're running on one train. I think that's an interesting choice, but yeah, it's just how they run it here at Walibi Holland. I think Untamed is a really, really fun ride as well. It's definitely in my top 5 now. Goliath's a really, really solid ride. Lost Gravity's fun. YOY, that's a great addition to this park, I think. I think it would fit so many other parks. Don't get me wrong, it's not like top 5 worthy, but still really enjoy it. And overall, I think Walibi Holland's a pretty fun park. Certainly more of an amusement park than anything else, but overall, really, really good. Just picked up those stickers and a magnet in this shop. There wasn't anything else that I really wanted. I thought the t-shirts were quite cool that had this, but I don't think I'd wear them that much, so I went for the stickers option. Gonna walk back to the car now, drive back to our accommodation, and the week of theme parks will continue here in mainland Europe.